Bigger is better. The secrets to growing giant pumpkins in Utah and where you can see them.
Okay, coming up, getting ready for fall also means it will be pumpkin season soon. A list of where you can see giant pumpkins. If pumpkin spice lattes are already starting up again, then we are allowed, I believe, to talk about giant pumpkins.
Clint is the president of the Utah Giant Pumpkin Growers, here to teach us all we need to know about them. I love that we are starting to dip the toe into fall and all things autumn coming up now. Okay, giant pumpkins. We're talking pumpkins that are how big, Clint?
So these can get really big. Last year, a neurologist from Bountiful set the state record with a just over 2,200 pounds. So they can get gigantic. So
that's actually a ton.
Yeah, that's a little over a ton.
Specifically. Okay, so you're actually growing one now in your farm, your yard. How big is it right now?
So it's estimating to be about 930 pounds.
Oh my
goodness. Now, just in my backyard there, yeah.
Okay, you started this in about 2000, getting into the pumpkin growing and making them massive. Talk about that process and what was so interesting to you.
Yeah, so I first started growing a garden for salsa. I used to sell salsa at the farmer's market. I grew tomatoes and peppers and onions and all that stuff. Walking through a hardware store one day, and I saw these seeds for it said you could grow up to 100-pound pumpkins. I'm like, that sounds really cool. So I did that, and kind of just from there, just been addicted ever since. Watching these pumpkins grow so fast is just...
Because you say it's about a 90-day process, so every day you can imagine it looks different.
Yeah.
And it's growing. Is there a secret? Is there a key to growing a large giant pumpkin?
Playing lots of good music for it.
Oh, so you play music for it?
I do that. That's my superstition. Yeah. But no, I have like concerts out there in my pumpkin patch. That's not going to be on the how-to that you mostly see. But
that's your secret sauce.
That's my superstitious secret. But no, it's quite a process. I mean, it's, you know, you start with the seed early April and then cultivate that, and there's just so many, getting the soil ready. The conditions here in Utah are not ideal for growing these.
You need a lot of water.
You need a lot of water. You need they like it humid. They don't like it quite as hot as it gets here. They don't like the big temperature drops that we get here every day.
But Clint, you're making it happen. I mean, look at those. And you throw events. We just saw some people in pumpkin boats sailing down the Daybreak River. Tell us what's in store.
So we do have, so when it's all set, so right now, you know, this is kind of when all our hard work pays off, people that, you know, that we try to grow those. So yeah, Daybreak every mid-October. This year will be the 14th. And Daybreak, we carve these pumpkins. After we've weighed them, we have, you know, a couple of events where we weigh them, see, you know, how big they ended up being, you know, give away prizes for the winners and everything. And then we can, you know, if they're over 500 pounds, an average adult can actually sit in the pumpkin when you scoop all the seeds and everything out and float in it like a pumpkin. And we race across Daybreak. So that's been a tradition for a few years now, and it's a great time, yeah.
Who knew all the things you could do with a pumpkin?
Yeah.
And so these are family fun events, I imagine. And the carving process, I've seen that done. It's such an art.
It is. So there's a couple great pumpkin carvers here in the state. The one, you know, I had my biggest one was 1,258 pounds, my personal best, and that one got carved into a tortoise. My son has a tortoise, and so we decided on that. And yeah, it took him, I believe, about 12 hours to carve it over 2 days.
It's so shocking to see. I mean, that's artistry.
Yeah,
it
really is.
That actual turtle from the pumpkin.
Right? I know, it's amazing. Well, it was amazing watching him. I mean, and he looked like he just been through a workout when he was done. Like, I mean, because, you know, just all the intricacies and everything that he put in there is really amazing, yeah.
Kind of obsessed with the pumpkin. I mean, once you start, you can't stop, right?
It is. It's a tough hobby. I mean, it's a really fun hobby, and then there's so many things that, you know, make it tough to grow these. You know, there's so many things that can go wrong. You'll have years where you do all that, and then in the end, you know, I had a stretch of 8 years in a row where where my plant didn't make it to the end of the year, and I didn't have one at the end of the year.
You weren't playing the right music.
Yeah.
What did the pumpkins like to listen to this season? What's been a favorite song?
So I've just kind of, so I've been going to a lot of concerts out at USANA, and I've been playing kind of the music of the band I've been going to see the night before.
That's your
and
inspiration.
so far worked
Okay,
out, right?
so we have a list of events, right? It's not just Daybreak, but you have one also all over the state. Get more information about these upcoming events at the UtahPumpkinGrowers.com. Such a labor of love, hours and days, and truly throughout the season growing these pumpkins. So watch out for those events. So thank you so much, Clint.
Thanks so much for having us.
I want to see it with my own eyes. We gotta go.
All right, coming up next, celebrate the tradition of Carnival right here in the Beehive State at the upcoming Bolivian Festival in Orem.